Um, this is Justin Oliver with the the DFW Alliance of Libertarian Left. I'm interviewing Chuck Smith with the People Against the NDAA. Chuck recently became the president of Panda, Texas. I'm interviewing him. We recently had we're having a rally out here against the Syrian war, and he was kind enough to speak with us about it.
Well, we've been out here the last 3 weeks running, and we don't intend to stop coming here until we're back from Iraq. Because while we may or may not have missed the bullet on Syria, we're still raging war in how many nations? We don't know. Russia's not at war with anyone. No one. China's not at war with anyone. No one. And we call them evil. When a ex-CIA chief hands the President of the United States his ass and shows him to be a petty tyrant, we're in trouble. So it's time to just quit these wars, come home. But the only way that's going to happen is if we all get out here in the streets talking to people like we're here, not a bunch of people waving flags. We're spread out all across the areas at different intersections. Everybody's got signs. You stop people, talk to them. Hey, what do you say about we skip this war? And after that, what do you say we start drawing out of these other ones and bring our men home? Now, if you really want to get people's attention, point out how many times the Senate has tried to reinstitute draft legislation periodically, floating that balloon. That's what you tell these young guys who go, oh, yeah, for war. So did you hear about the Senate trying to get the draft back again? But then their eyes change. And I say, oh, that matters to you now, doesn't it?
Well, have you had any reactions from people, or negative reactions or positive reactions to people you've spoken with?
I would say 90% of the people are on our side. A lot of people try and stay ambivalent and really don't want to think about it. That's what we're here for, just make them think about it. So my attitude now is we have to get out here all the time. And don't do it in a crowd one time in the middle of the day. Get out here among the people in the evening, like we're doing here in Sundance Square in Fort Worth. Come join us. And talking to people, shaking hands, and hitting as many corners as we can. Sorry about the mic. That way we get these people thinking about it, talking about it. Now I want to talk about the NDAA. Everyone who's informed knows what NDAA is. Panda is the People Against the NDAA. And I would appreciate it. I just took over the leadership of Panda, Texas, and I can use some help. If you're a real activist, if you're a keyboard commando, I might have use for you if you're better at editing video than I am and things like that. But please look us up on Facebook. It's Texas Panda, I believe, on Facebook. I've got a new YouTube channel that I'm just about to get kicked off on that so I can start making videos for Panda. And we're the Texas Panda. And we're not going to play games. We're going to talk straight to the politicians and tell them, you get this gone.
But get out there and do something. Don't talk about it. Don't hope and wish. It's a good thing to pray, but the best thing that you can do actually is to actually do something. Get out of your comfort zone and off of your padded chair and couch and do something.
Most people are positive. The only negative comments that we've been receiving are sarcastic, off the wall. There's no validity to their point. I think the most valid point that I had, and it wasn't valid, was if you voted Republican, you wouldn't have this problem. So I'm sitting here and I'm completely against Bush for what's going on, but how do you explain Reagan or Bush or Clinton? It's been the same story over and over and over.
Well, I think one comment I heard is that if you oppose the war, then you support gassing of children. So I think I agree. I'm probably get the same kind of response that you've heard too. What the people who are supporting the war, people are kind of in the dark about it. What should they know about it? Maybe they don't know already.
A few things that they need to consider is I cannot think of a single civil war that has involved intervention that has gone well. It's always turned into a mess that we're left trying to clean up because we created it in the first place, and it never goes anywhere. We're sitting here being critical of a chemical weapons attack. Our media and the rest of the world's media has two very different views on this. The rest of the world seems to show strong evidence that the Syrian rebels had actually set off the detonator. There have been a few admissions from rebel members themselves stating that it was an accident. They obtained weapons, as they have been, from Saudi Arabia, and they were unaware that this was a different situation. So you don't know what's really going on if all you're going to do is watch CNN and Fox News. They also don't tell you that our own military in our wars in Afghanistan and Iraq Go over there with depleted uranium tipped munitions. How do you think it feels whenever you cover an entire battlefield with uranium mist and you leave birth defects, cancer, deaths? How is that not chemical warfare?
Well, I appreciate you coming out here tonight. Any parting words or anything that you're going to follow up with this with, or any future actions you plan?
My advice would be to watch closely and question everything. We will be out here, if not every weekend, most every weekend.
Thank you so much, Anonymous. Appreciate your time. Thank you, sir.